All right. Big deal. You want to hop on stream real quick and kind of go over a few playbacks from the week?
Yep, yeah, for sure. Someone want to tag, I think Bass is saying if we tag students, they'll be able to see because I guess students aren't getting the tag or something.
Aren't getting which tag?
Never mind. Native just, I guess students, and I don't know. Bass is just saying that people can't see it for some reason, but Native put it in the announcements there. So, we hop on.
What's going on, everybody? We're gonna do a little bit of a bot playback, so things you could have done utilizing the bot to get plays throughout the week, as well as go over the week in review from the bot, and just see what kind of trades that it took and how they performed. That's basically it. We'll probably be here for like half an hour. I'm gonna have it recorded as well for people that join, maybe not stay through the whole thing. Um, yeah, I guess I am back, man. I feel like whenever I come back, everyone says I'm back. I guess a week is a year. Shit, man, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Hopefully we
Time.
pump.
I can't share if you're sharing, so you'll have to stop.
Yeah, so I'm gonna end sharing, guys. In the beginning, real quick here, we're gonna go over a few playbacks that you could have utilized the bot for, and then I'm gonna go over like I said, I'm gonna go over the bot, the trades it took, and I'll flash what the bot is looking for now. You could pick up a little bit of a bias off of it. Just kind of reflect.
You guys can see my trading view, right?
Yeah.
Sweet. All right. Yeah, so I'm going to go through some of the plays that you guys could have taken throughout the week here. We'll just take a look at a few, specifically the RSI plays I want to show you guys because we have been ranging now in the tight range for a little while. So I made a video yesterday for you guys on how to identify ranges and how to help identify ranges with some of the WoodsBot tools that I'll show you as well. And then also how to look to trade ranges given the alerts and stuff and the bots that we have. So for those that don't know, you generally get your ranges after big impulsive moves where price makes a big move down here and then you find buyers and sellers equally looking to bid this area, which, sellers step in here, buyers step in here until eventually there's enough liquidity on one side that you get an imbalance here, impulsive move down, small range, right? Impulsive move, small range. And this is basically how the market works, right? So the market is majority of the time ranging, so it's very important to understand how to identify a range and how to play a range. So I'm going to show you guys some of the tools in WoodsBot that can help you identify one and also how you can take some plays when you are in a range. All right, so let's go here. So a few ways you guys can actually help identify if we're in a range. So you can see here, this price action, right? Can't get above here, can't seem to get below here. And I'll show you guys ways that you can help identify that with the high block bot here. So we're going to go to the BTC 7-day heat maps. This is going to give you guys a snapshot of liquidity on Bitcoin. And once you can identify a range, you can also just kind of confirm it with something like this, right? You can see on the heat map here. Can you guys see my Discord right now? Or is it
No,
just
I don't.
trading
I
view?
don't see the heat map. I just see the chart.
Oh, weird. How do I?
Yeah, you just got to change the view, I think, or share your whole screen.
All right, let me try this again. Change window. Hmm. Okay, sweet. Okay, sweet. Yeah, so sorry about that. So you guys know the high block bot here. So we're going to look at the 7-day Bitcoin here, and you can see that there's liquidity building on both sides, which can help you identify that we're in a range, right? So you can kind of expect that when price spikes up into, clearing your range highs here, kind of all of these highs that we have here, going to come into liquidity, and most likely you're going to see an acceptance back inside, and you always want to play the range until the range is broken, and the same thing goes for the downside. If we look at high block, you can see liquidity sitting below the lows here. And that's not to say that every single time you break out of a range, you're going to accept back inside, but you want to play the range until it is broken and you do see acceptance outside of one way or the other. So that's another way that you guys can identify that we're in a range. And then I also want to show you guys the support resistance bot for the majors here, which can also show you some additional levels that show that we're in a range as well. So in here, these levels are all derived from 3 years of data. So every time you click one of these, you're going to get literally 3 years of data that pull these levels. So these aren't just any willy-nilly levels. These are, you can't really even eye better levels because this is just data driven. So if you were to look at this here, basically just right here, you can see that we are in a range here, right? You have your resistance above, you have sort of your mid-range, and you have kind of your range lows here. So this is another way that you can identify that we're in a range, even if you come back to some previous ranges. You can see your levels, kind of that cap, the price action that we're in, and that can help you guys if you're not really great at drawing ranges, which you should definitely practice. And I made the video to show you guys how to do that. You can help identify ranges just kind of with the WoodsBot levels, right? So you have like your H4 resistance would be here, you kind of have your mid-range, and you kind of have your range low, and you're just kind of, you're bracketing in between all of these until you kind of break out from one side. So once you can identify that we're in a range, I'm going to show you guys some of the plays that you could have taken from the past week that they play really well. And this is like a playbook that you can look to play in any single range. And it works really well. I've back tested this a ton. So we can even go back to, we'll just do this one for now because this is this week. So this is exactly what you're going to want to look for in a range. You have your range high here and you get your sweep of the range high. Now this is perfect to put in a 30-minute bearish div, which you guys would have been alerted inside the Discord of. And I've made a video on when you get these bearish or bullish divs on the majors, additional ways that you can look to take plays off of those with the 30-minute RSI, which we'll go into here. But this is exactly, so this is early in the range before the range formed, but this is exactly the trigger that you want to look for, whether that was to be here again, acceptance back inside, and you get your bearish div, or if we came down, swept these lows, and you had a bullish div on your RSI, so your RSI is making higher highs just like that, or the bullish scenario, or the bearish scenario here where your price makes a higher high, your RSI makes a lower low, which is what triggers this alert in the Discord. And that shows that momentum is waning and you've just swept the high here. So it's a good trigger on a Bitcoin to look for a short, especially if you close as a swing failure pattern here with, even stops above the highs or slightly above some other highs here. But when you get this trigger inside of a range, anywhere inside of the range, right, when you sweep your highs or lows, and you would to get something like this, I'm going to show you guys inside the Discord now what you could have looked for to take a number of plays off of this. So this was January 30th. So we come into the Discord, you would have got, go to the alt, go to January 30th. And I suggest you guys, watch the videos we provide on YouTube and the bot playback channel and really go back and back test these things yourself, even an hour or two a day. And you can really start to understand how these things work and just you can form daily strategies that you can use with these bots that have extremely high hit rate. So we'll go in RSI. We'll take a look at some of the alerts from here. So this was it was like 12 a.m. So if we come inside here, right, so these are all given around the exact same time. So 12:30 a.m., you have Kava, TRB, Maker, Mina. You're getting a ton of 30-minute divergences at the exact same time that you're sweeping range highs, right? It's early, but this is exactly what it would look like with the bearish div. So if we look at Mina at the exact same time, I have mapped out for you guys here already. Right, 12:30, this is your bearish div here at the exact same time Bitcoin made it. Very clear bearish div, very nice div, right? Taking the play, you've got this current price was 12007. right? So you got that, like, you would have been alerted of this right at the high here. So, you know, invalidation can be acceptance above this, or, you know, you can zoom back out and find some cleaner invalidation for your plays. But once this is confirmed, it's a great play to take, especially if it's in confluence with your majors in Bitcoin, sweeping the range highs or range lows, right? So this one here played out for 8%. You have Sol, exact same time frame, sweeps the highs, puts in an SFP. You have a very nice 30-minute bearish div. Again, 12:30 a.m., same exact day. This one played out for like 12% move. Let's just go find one inside the Discord. So let's go like, you know, RNDR. And again, not all of these are going to play. Like, these are not just like blindly ape these triggers or these alerts, sorry. But with additional confluence and even understanding that, yeah, so where was this one? 4.4275. Four, 4275.
I like how you can
Oh,
timestamp that right there. Looks dope.
yeah, right. And so this, like, trying to see where this div would have given you. So let's just look
What's up, my
here.
guy? Yet? My guy, yet? How you doing?
Right, so this would have given you your div here, and this is just a perfect example, right? These are not all going to play, right? This is why going back and back testing is super important. Looking at like support resistance bot that we also offer to see additional confluences of if this is coming into a good resistance here, is this a good level? And yeah, like, these aren't just blind signals that you guys ape. These are signals that, you know, are going to save you a ton of time because you're not going to be able to look through all of these charts at the same time. You can come into here, you can map some out. For instance, like the Sol div versus this div, right? This isn't even in overbought territory up here, like this here, above the 70 mark on RSI. Whereas you look at the Sol div, this is a very, very exaggerated 30-minute div. Like, that's just beautiful. You get like your SFP on this here, right? Like, you're closing above. Like, this just looks strong. Your div it's not that strong. So again, you could have gone through, you could have looked at Mina, you could have looked at Sol, you could have looked at RNDR. Let's find another one that was flashing the same day. Maker, TRB. So the 30th. Yeah, so it might have been like this exaggerated div here, where div makes the same level here, but price making quite significant higher highs. And right, this is the 30th. But yeah, basically what I'm trying to say is when you get these sweeps of range highs, you're going to get alerted here inside of the Discord. And I suggest looking at the majors and keeping an eye on this, because the 30-minute time frame, especially on the majors, is quite a good signal for you guys that, you know, we could be catching potential intraday tops and bottoms. And then you can go into your altcoins here. You can look at your additional 30-minute ones and you can try to find plays, but you can also do that on the 4-hour. So we have this here on Super. Right, so 12 a.m., January 30th, the exact same time. So it doesn't just have to be the 30 minutes. You can use the 4-hour as well. You can see here we had like a big 4-hour divergence on Super, which played out absolutely beautifully. Like, that one was a 31% move. And it works both ways. So same way I made a video for you guys, Bitcoin, when we had the 30-minute div down here, we came into some good levels too onto the support resistance bot and stuff, but you can see this is a beautiful 30-minute div. We had, I know Mina was one of them, the exact same time, made its div. Like, this is January 24th. Yeah, January 24th. So Mina was in the video, and I suggest you guys check these videos out if you haven't seen them. But the exact same time that you got your Bitcoin making a bull div on the 30-minute, you had Mina making a bull div on the 30-minute, and like, I mean, you can just see there's a ton of alts that played this bull div on the majors being Bitcoin and Ethereum out just like massively, right? Like, so that's one way in this ranging environment that you guys can help identify ranges using kind of high block, your support resistance levels, and then look to play the extremes, right? Number one rule in a range is you don't want to do business around here. This is where, specifically here, right? The amount of people or the amount of money that was made on this downtrend for a little while, lots of people just gave this shit back right in here. Right in here, no patience. You need to wait for your sweeps. You need to wait for the extremes of the range. Otherwise, you're just absolutely getting chopped as price. It's just designed to chop traders up in this environment. And you have your liquidity builds on high block, which you can identify. And that's exactly where, you know, you want to see a reaction and you want to see an acceptance back inside the range. But alternatively, if you don't, and you start to flip range highs, it's perfect too, because you have your invalidation on acceptance back inside the range. So whatever happens around these areas that you identify as your range high and your range low based on typically your highs and lows in your wicks is going to give you like very clean invalidation on plays. And typically around these levels, if you're going to get a rejection, you're going to see some nice signals inside of the Discord. Specifically, if you get 30-minute signals like this is just like pure alpha. You guys, like, you can make a ton of money if you're watching for these. So at any point, you get your sweep down low into liquidity, all your bids get filled, you know, price is going like this, or sorry, your price is going like this, and your RSI is coming down, but it's making higher highs. You get flashed one of these bullish RSI and OBVs here. You start looking for alts that are making the same pattern near their range lows, that have swept nice liquidity, that have nice 30-minute divs. And yeah, it's probably one of the most high hit rate plays that you can take, especially for in a range. So yeah, that's just some of the stuff I want to show you guys, considering we've been ranging and a lot of people have difficulty playing ranges. And the market ranges, I mean, majority of the time. So I think it's definitely important to understand and learn how to play these. And then, yeah, if there's any other thoughts or anything else you want to go over, we can take a look at
Yeah.
that as well.
So, I love the breakdown right there. I think that is, you know, that's the way you want to approach the bots. I want to go over a few things here, as far as, well, I really like the range tool you use, bro. What's the ranging tool you use right there?
This right here?
Yeah, what is that?
Oh, it's just fibs.
That's
But
what
just,
that's what it is?
yeah, so you just go into fibs and just turn
The
on
fuck?
0, 1, 1.5. You can just pull it.
I just click on the fib.
Yep, and then go to settings and then just turn everything off except 0, 1, 0.5.
Wow,
And
that's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah, yeah, it makes it super easy.
That's wild. Wow. All right, let me share my screen right here, guys. I'm going to I'm gonna show you guys what the bot's been cooking this past week. Hopefully SOL wants to fly. That would be phenomenal. I just made this new little list. Woods is a student for, I'm literally a student for life, bro. Oh, come on, SOL. Give it to me, you sexy fuck. Dog, I was short SOL all week long. Nobody wanted to short with me. It rejected, and now this looks nice. I kind of feel like if we do, I feel like if we reverse back up for SOL, it's just gonna fucking, it's gonna flip back up and try to break this trend here. This is a big, big daily trend if we were to try to get back above it. Like, these highs are so, I don't know, they just look so like they want to get taken out. So I'm kind of feeling like we're gonna take them out soon, hopefully. But yeah. So we keep my eyes on that. Oh, I'm long solar right now. I'm long soul, definitely. Small size, but definitely long. Wouldn't short it right here. Hard to bet on a specific breakout. on any other coin. The one thing I like about Sol right here is it feels like people are trying to short this to the ground. So it makes me feel like it just wants to impulse back up to $100. I feel like it would do that and then make people get super bullish on it and then reverse back down, trap those late longs, maybe do something like maybe break through here, make people get long right there, chop them up. But we haven't really had the volatility for that, so it's kind of hard to really bet on a specific direction. Like I need SOL to do something this hourly for me to feel good about this setup. Like I'm in this setup because the hourly looks good. The hourly looks like it's setting up for a breakout. That's why I'm in this setup. That's the only reason I'm in this setup. If it didn't look like this, I probably wouldn't be in this setup. This looks like the hourly needs to just push in the next few minutes. We'll see. But so back to the bots. I appreciate it, bro. Thank you. Yeah, we're gonna look at the stats right now. Got you, brother. So, native, can you send me personal statistics so I can look at? I'm not gonna pull it up on screen. And I'm gonna go over. So the last time we were on stream, guys, when was the last time we did a stream? I wanna show you what types of trades that were given, what types of trades the bot took. Does anybody remember when the last time we hopped on a stream was? I got Pitaya. Love Pitaya. Dragon fruit so good. Yeah, the last stream was Saturday. It must have been over a week ago. Yeah, it must have been the week before this weekend. January 23rd. No way. You serious? Where the fuck does the days go? That's crazy. Yo, can you guys see my screen?
No, you're good. No, it's gone there.
Oh, you don't see it right now?
Nope.
Hi,
Now it's
Brian.
back. Yeah.
All right. So I guess the last time was that's crazy. Wow. That's crazy. This one was long. My bad, guys. I'm just looking at Soul right now. I need this shit to break out here for me. I hate looking at a chart like this. I feel like it wants to go. I can't log into my phone. I'm trying to log in so I could cut a piece of this position. They're too big. Fucking password's not working. Phenomenal. All right, so let me go back to the bot. So a lot of trade alerts that I haven't looked at, like a lot of cancels, a lot of stuff like that. So basically, that's what trades are active right now. You could catch a bias. You could look at what type of trades are here. You could screenshot if you want, look for the trades later. But that's all specifically. I see that the bot wants around 100, and I wanted around 100 to 101.7 yesterday or 2 days ago. So the fact that I didn't get this level and the fact that it dropped to 95-ish, 94, even $93, and now it looks like it wants to reverse back up, gives me more confidence to want to enter this long, assuming that we're going to target. So that's what I mean by catching a bias with the bot. I just want to go back to some trades from when you guys were here. So let's call it like, hmm. Okay, that's going to be kind of hard. I should have like a list of what trades that were taken, make it easy for us all. Sorry, guys. Yeah, native. Can you Send me that, brother. I need the statistics. It's gonna be kind of difficult going through which trades were. I mean, I could look through like this right here. I mean, not that hard with the alerts because it shows pretty transparently what was filled, what was not, what was canceled, what was stopped. I guess we could just go to let's go to the second. Yeah, let's go to the second and start there, and then we'll get you statistics up here in a sec. So let's take a look at audio. See what happened to audio. And I'll get you guys up the statistics. We're not gonna go through every trade, obviously. Like we did last time, it was just too much stuff, way too much stuff. So audio had a short on February 2nd that was filled. Okay, obviously all these are limit orders, so I don't know when the trade was given, but I mean it was given in advance, obviously. I'm gonna change the screen really quickly if I can do it. Change the window. Bam, bam. All right, so we'll take a look at audio. We'll see what happened with audio. February 2nd, the trade was filled, right? It wanted to fill 1864 to 1873. So on the second, the price pumped to 1864 on the dot. And you got a 5.8% move out of it on a limit order. Okay. You didn't get your whole orders filled, which is why we give a little bit of a range to DCA, but the DCA range on these levels are pretty tight. I mean, usually about a 0.5% to 1% from what I've seen. I don't feel like I've seen anything over 0.5% to be honest. But this would have been a 0.5% range to DCA. You would have got half your bids filled and literally immediately in profit. So you can move your stop up here if you'd like to. But remember, your invalidation would be a lot higher than this. So I would say your invalidation would have been a 5% as usual. Um, and that would have been right. Let's say you would have averaged out here and you would have put your invalidation right there, which we've implemented invalidations with the trades as well now, as you saw in the active section there, which is good. So you get your invalidations right there. And with here, you would have got a beautiful 1R play, right? Off of your half fill, just like that. You would have targeted the lows, obviously. You would have take profit before, in my opinion, on these type of plays, especially when we're chopping around in a range like we are. But that's a pretty impressive play from the bot. The next one that was filled, let's see, change the window really quick. So the next one is this AXS short I want to take a look at. You can see 7272, 739. So on February 2nd, we're going to take a look at AXS while SOL breaks the fuck out for me. So AXS on February 2nd, it filled at 7272. 727. Wow, again, another Pico top entry. So you got a half fill right here again. And the price dropped 6.5%. So another absolutely phenomenal play. Not much to go over. What I would suggest is maybe going over and reflecting on what the bot was looking at so that maybe next time you can formulate these into your own plans. And to me, it's pretty simple. When we broke structure over here, we got down to these lows, and all the bot wanted was to equalize, basically. This is the equalizer. I would say this is where probably a POC is. This is just strict support resistance. Like, you can just draw this straight through the chart and formulate a good level to pick. But it's using multiple confluences, multiple levels. I mean, also just within the level, you can also see how it chops around and consolidates. It probably gives you a 30-minute divergence that you could play within this level. So if you're not comfortable just holding the plane, you want more confirmation within the exact level, it printed a 30-minute divergence right here. So you get that 30-minute div, the 30-minute SFP, the support resistance retest, supply retest, all within this play for you to confirm, that it's a good play to take. And you probably got a 30-minute divergence for that I mean, you definitely got a 30 minutes divergence for that within our bot for sure. Let me just go back and show you. You would have been alerted for that 100%. Take a bit of scrolling because there's been a lot of divergences to print off of. Remember though, you're alerting these levels beforehand, so you know what's going on beforehand. If I'm looking to short AXS and I have my areas chalked up, this is where I have my alert set. So whenever price crosses, let's say even these lows, you're already looking for these triggers. That's what people don't understand is that they're always looking for triggers. Look for triggers in a meaningful area. Okay? Look for triggers in a meaningful area. I don't know if I can say that enough. My bad, guys. I cut a little bit of that SOL position. Holy shit, I was so fucking over positioned. I'm such an ape sometimes, guys. It's disgusting.
especially with Soul.
Jesus, man. I wasn't sweating, but also just wasn't checking. I gotta relax in this range here. Jeez, man. Nice pop though. About 0.5% there. Cheeky, cheeky. All right, so what am I looking at? So February 2nd. Oh, it looks like I lost my place here. Well, you 100% had a divergence. I don't know what I'm trying to look at. You got your 30-minute divergence from the level detected right from the Discord. Okay. So that's that. Now we're gonna go look back at the next trade. So far that's 2 for 2. I mean, like I said, obviously I'm not looking from every trade that was taken from the 23rd, but I'm gonna have statistics for you guys anyway. BSV looks like the trade was invalidated, so we don't have to look at that one. That's a loss. We are gonna look at that one because I want to see what the chart looked like when it took a loss. And remember, that's a low volume coin too. So that's one that, you're going to want to size a little bit down on. Just like I would say audio as well. You're going to want to size down on it. So let's see what happened here with BSV. So on February 2nd, we were filled. All right. So on February 2nd, we got the fill. And it looks like we pumped. The trade would be in prof right now, but it looks like there was like just some weird pump that happened on this coin where your trade was filled. Actually, this was a pretty good trade, I would say. 73. Maybe I would have looked a little bit higher, but that's because of the nature of the coin. But that's what the bot is doing. It's always working and learning why it took certain things and to not take them again. You would have averaged out right here, but you could see it's just playing along with the structure. You get the lower highs, and then obviously it had some other conflicts that I was looking at. Like you got this low, so you got support right there, resistance, mid-range chop, support, flipping into resistance. So I guess it was trying to time that flip, and it just ended up popping, taking us out of that play, which your invalidation probably would have, yeah, it would have took us out Pico top. So is what it is. Is what it is. Um, which is the reason also why we label our trades for you. We label our trades for you. Oh, nice, SOL. Please pump for me. What did I tell you guys though? Just to circle back really quick, I was telling you guys that for SOL, I needed something to happen this hour just because I want this block to look good. So it doesn't mean that we're going to pump now, but this hourly looks nice. This hourly looks sexy, and I want the shit to pump on this hourly. All right, so let's go back to business here. Gonna switch my screen for you guys. Let me see real quick. Is there any questions, guys? Anyone have any questions? Anything you guys want me to relook at? Anything that you guys are confused about? Anything like that? Just let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat, guys. Okay. Hello. Check, check. Okay, I got disconnected. My bad. Um, I'm just gonna look at the chat from here because obviously it doesn't work. Last stream going over the ball was January 27th. Okay, okay, so that's not bad. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. Whoa, 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 whoa. Is the bot going to have to a fee to be paid? We're still working on details. Kike. My boy. That's a lighter. Wait, you hear that? You guys hear that? There.
No, I can't hear it.
Like Lil Wayne. All right, so let's get back to business. So let's go back. Trade. This is what I mean by high volume, medium volume, low. I don't really care to show you guys the trades. Like you guys can look at the trades, screenshot this, do whatever you want to do. But this is what I mean by like low volume, very low volume. Native, can you tell me what BSV was? Oh, I would assume it would be a medium volume short that we took a stop on. So it is what it is. I mean, it happens. Can't really do anything about it. But let's get back. Let's get back here. So acro short. Let's take a look at acro. If BTC pumps would a little bit sold will be part sold. Yeah, yeah. I hope so. I just am going off of just my intuition there, man. I've been waiting for this SOL short forever, and it doesn't want to come. Makes me just feel like we want to pump right to it, just blow them out. Yeah, it was probably news related. No, 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 you're good, bro. You're good. No, you're good. Trust me, you're good. No worries at all. Take a look at this. Like I said, all right. Let me stay in my lane. I feel like I got ADHD sometimes because I can't stay on one specific task. So acro, bam. So let's go to acro. Check what happened there. Bang bang. Okay, so at 4975 on February 3rd, you were filled. So on February 3rd at 4975 to 5. So let's say 4975, 5. So let's say you DCA right there with a 5% stop. Remember, your invalidation is 5%. So you got a lot of room there. Obviously, Acro it's another coin that you just want to be a little bit you want to be a little bit chill with, you want to chill out on it. You want to size down a little bit because it is one of those low volume. Come on, bad guys. You want to size down a little bit on it because you don't know, you know what I'm saying? It can pump out of nowhere. So 5% in the red. You went 1.8% in the green. Again, you went underwater, another 2% there. Then 1% there, 2.2. So a lot of them in the red. And then you had profit here, 2%. And then you got 3.3% in the red. And then you got 1.6% in the green. And then you got 3% in the red. So a lot more red than green. But right now it's in the green. So the trade is still in the green nonetheless. And this is what I mean by it's hard for us right now to implement the move your stops up now feature because this is what's happening clearly. So that's one thing about you guys managing risk in a trade. That's just what it happens. You guys got to manage your risk. Nothing more I can say to that. But again, another trade there. SSV was open for 5 days. I'm kind of curious what trade that was. So SSV, let's take a look at SSV. That one look like a banger. 29.45. You got filled on January 31st. So this was after the stream that we had. So SSV, January 31st. That was a nice pump right there. SSV, January 31st. Look at that. So it sniped the bottom of SSV. I don't know if it sniped the bottom, but it sniped the sweep on SSV right there. You got a nice bounce off of that as well. 29.45. You got filled on January 31st. So 29.45 down to 29.30. So it didn't snipe the absolute bottom, but it did snipe a nice little position that you just have to ride out. Again, just have to ride it out. Let's say you DC it around here. So the trade went underwater for sure. All right, but your invalidation is down here. So you got to clear invalidation. It swept this structure break, so you broke structure right there, right? So you got the break in structure, deviation, and then the flip back up. But you're positioned from here. So 3.8%. That's a nice little trade. 3.8%. Oh, that's another trade. That's not even the trade that closed on its own. That's another trade for SSV. So clip that one right there, Cypress. I like that as a scalp. It's a good example for a scalp. And then it reclaims the structure here for a nice little flip. But anyway, so that's one trade that was in profit, 3.8%, right? The drawdown, if let's say you held the trade, you didn't close, the drawdown would have been 3.5%. And you would be in profit right now if you held the trade 4.1% today, if you still held the trade, and you would still be in profit. So that's up to you to move your stops up. But I want to take a look at that other SSV trade that closed on its own. So it's sniped. So it looks like it really likes SSV. Like I noticed the bot really likes SKL. Anytime there's an SKL trade, I'll hop in that trade because the bot loves SKL. So I want to look at that SSV trade that was closed on its own. I think it, nah, that was a trade that was a lot of canceled trades, and it's operating within a range, so it's learning the range. So that's another positive.
You can just search in the top of Discord too, SSV. It'll just bring up everything for it.
Good point.
You just find the bot signals.
So that one,
that was
okay,
an old
yes.
one.
Oh, it was this one, I believe. So it was that one. Oh, okay. So we got the report from Native. We got the report. This is the trade I'm looking for right here. 20. So on February 3rd, how did it fill? Oh, that was close. So how was it 13.4% in profit? That's what I'm trying to figure out right now. It filled this trade, but when?
Native posted in the comments there. Here it is, 31st. We had 2 trades. So 2 different trades.
January 31st. Yeah, but what I'm trying to see is why is it saying that it was 14% in profit when it wasn't? It was 4% in profit. Oh, that might just be a little bit of a bug, honestly. Yeah, that might be a bug. Might have to go over that because it's telling us that the trade was closed after 14% profit was made on it when that's not the case. It only went in profit 4%. Well, it's good, but it's went in profit 4%, not 14%.
Native's going to check the trade.
See over here, guys. This is what I want to be transparent with. So the trade was opened on this. It looks like it was closed after 5 days. So where's the original clip? So on January 31st. Hold on, guys, 1 sec. I just want to see what happened here. Yeah, I don't know what happened. We'll just have my boy Native go after it. So let's take a look at EOS trade filled short 728. On February 3rd, 7-2. Looks like you got a top snipe on EOS. Yep, you got all bids filled too. Every single last one of them. Right at the top. You go to DC it around there. Bam, beautiful trade. That's a winner right there. I love trades like that. Beautiful trade. Let's say so 1,000 Luna C was a short and it was stopped. So we're gonna take a look at that one and see why it was stopped. I'm not gonna flash back the screen just for the sake of time. I'll look at a few more trades. So yeah, it looks like it just got a weird pump right here. So the trade would have filled at 1012 to 1017 on the third. 1012, 1012 to 1017. So around here you would have got filled. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing much you could do right here. It pumped hard too, so it looked like what happened here. I don't know if it was news or not. I don't know market, but it looked like the bot was betting on just resistance. I mean, and other confluences on top of that. But you can see how it reclaimed this level and then it pumped directly off of it. So it was a nice flip. Um, yeah. Most you can do is reflect on these, which is what the bot does on its own, which is the beautiful thing about that. Now let me go back. Gonna look at a few more. Looks like ETH was in a short, closed that one manually, a bunch of canceled trades. So the bot is manually closing trades as well. You could see this XVC one. I wish I could go back on some of these trades. I'm just trying to look for new ones. So cake, 248, 250. Price is under it. That's a good sign. A good sign. So you got filled on the fourth. 248.8 to 250. You got all your fills on this wick right there. And you got, let's say you had a DCA entry right there. Yeah. So trade is in profit and you got a 1R there. Beautiful. Go back. Window. Bam. Bunch of canceled trades. Not gonna look at these. Gonna look at the GLMR short. GLMR USD. So on yesterday, you got filled from 3577 to 3595, and the price is right there. So you got a DCA 357735. So let's say you got your entry right here. So it's looking to flip your entry right now. So it's underwater. So I mean, you could chalk this up as, oh wait, so it filled right. Trying to see where it filled. Get the most accurate note. So you got filled yesterday at 2:43 a.m. So in the morning it wanted to fill. Right here you got to fill. So it filled up here. So initially it wanted that rejection. And it went underwater by 3%. So it gave you a chance to exit. A percent to exit multiple times. So really that's up to your own discretion on how you play a trade like this. I mean, like I said, we don't have the move tops up feature yet because of this reason. So I mean, there's not really much to analyze for this specific trade right here, guys. But you can see how that reacted. East Shore 2317, 2329. ETH is not at that price point right now. Clearly, so it's underwater. XS short, we went over that. Maker long, it closed that. So it looks like it's manually closing trades now, native. Is that what's going on? DYDX short. Let's take a look at this. Obviously, a lot of the shorts that filled yesterday are probably either at entry or underwater. DYDX 2728. Yeah, it's underwater 3%. And GMX. Curious to see what these longs are doing. So GMX 43.33. It's at entry right now. So if you were short GMX off the bot from yesterday, you can escape right here. I mean, it's pretty much at entry. Let's take a look at these longs right here really quick. So ICP. Take a look at ICP. So ICP 12.22.1, 12.16. You were probably underwater yesterday before it flipped back up. Let's see what happened there. You got filled yesterday on this long at 12.22 to 12.16. Okay, you got filled pretty much right at these price points. So it went underwater slightly. It's pretty much at entry right here, and it looks good on the lower time frame. So if you are an ICP, I mean, like if you were in this trade, let's say it was looking to fill just like around these wicks basically, and it filled it, went underwater, and now it's flipping it back up. So you were underwater on this trade like all day basically, and you're in profit now basically. So, and it looks like it wants to pump. So if you were not in ICP as it was underwater, it would be a good sign to maybe enter ICP. As I do as well sometimes. Like if I'm not in a trade and it's underwater, I'll say, you know what? If my directional bias is up, go up in the trade as well. TRX long. Let's take a look at this one. You see right here, I'm gonna look at this TRX trade right here, and this is gonna be the last one I'm gonna look at, guys, and then we're going to call it a stream right there. So TRX USDT, and then after that, I'll have a statistics report for you guys as well. So if you could print that for me, Native, I would appreciate that. So yesterday, woof, oh my goodness, looks like TRX finally moved. That's crazy. So TRX filled yesterday at 11,779 to 11,72. 11,779. Wow. Pico bottom. Nice pump on TRX. We could probably look at another one. Let's look at the Magic one right here. 126.7. 2608, 126.7, 126.08, 126.7. 126.7, 126.08. Trade pulled yesterday. How did it fill yesterday? Yo, Native, how did this trade fill yesterday? Oh, wait. Am I looking at this wrong? It filled, oh, it filled yesterday. Okay, yeah, I'm tripping. It filled last night. So it filled like right here. Yeah, okay. It filled right here. So you got magic. Oh, it's underwater. So this is another example of, the trade is underwater. If you're not in a trade and you feel your directional bias is up and you feel like it's a good entry for Magic, which actually looks pretty good on the hourly. This looks pretty nice. I actually really like the way this is with invalidation. The problem is the invalidation can easily get swept, but these are the type of plays that do not usually give people chances to enter again. Like people are looking at this, including me, and I would love an entry where we go down, sweep the lows, print a divergence, and then look to purchase that, right? Off of a sweep maybe, but that's not usually the case. But yeah, so underwater on Magic in the trade, but it's looking to flip back up. So we'll come back to you with that one. I'm interested in how the longs performed right now because of how not the trend switch today, but how we held today. So I'm more curious. Yeah, there's not really a lot of longs that filled anyway. A and B short. I guess we'll take a look at that one. That's the last one. And then I'll give you guys the report. B and B USDT. USDT. Oh, low volume is an understatement for this one. Yeah, you got to be careful with coins like this. Like I'm saying, 7-4. So it filled yesterday. 746 to 7.5. Yeah, so you have the top basically of A and B, but I mean, this is a very low volume coin. So it's in profit. I mean, there's not much else you can do with that one, but put up a limit order and let it bid. So yeah, I'm gonna flash one more time the active screen. This is what the trades are looking like. This is what it wants. Ba-ba-bam, ba-bam, bam. These are a little bit of P&L cards from the last week or so. I guess we didn't post a lot this week. Should I take a look at the statistics page? Okay, so these are the latest statistics, I guess, from the week of January 29th. So basically the week after we streamed last week. So a lot of longs were closed in profit. A lot of shorts were closed in profit. What was the losing trades from? Oh, all these are closed trades. Okay. So all these are just everything we journal basically. Really, really good statistics, by the way. 85% of the trades hit at least a 1%. 70% of the trades hit at least a 2%. That's pretty fucking absurd. And 35% of the trades are hitting a 1R right now. But remember, that's because we put the invalidation. So a lot of the trades might not even see close to the 1R. Okay. So that's what I like ARB. I like ARB's Exorcist. I like it. I like it. Especially right now. I'm kind of a fan of it because it's looking a damn man. SOL looks so good a second ago. What just happened? ARB, I like it if it sweeps down into this 4-hour demand right here. I'm gonna look to get long right here. Maybe even a sweep to 178.6. That would be like my buy, but yeah. I like ARB because it's trying to flip the previous all-time high right here. And every time it tries to do it, it gets an explosive reaction. So I definitely think it's going to try to flip this soon. So I'm going to look to get long. I triggered twice. That's what. Oh, okay. Sorry. I feel that. What if we tried to use RSI bot on 4-hour time frame to turn one to move stop loss? Yeah, you could definitely do that as well, Axe. I'm pretty sure you could combine a nice confluence within the bots that we already have. Like if the RSI is oversold, overbought. Ambi was a short, 2.3% of profit. Now this week is much better. Last week was much worse job. This week, so far, we've actually got 100% of trades. All right, beautiful. So, all right, guys, I appreciate everyone coming through to the stream. We'll let you know when the next one is. Yeah, peace, guys.